The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Duncan gets a wide open look. Off target from outside.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Ball fires from way outside. Pass to Kersey. 6 to shoot. And he slams it down right on top of Brandon Ingram.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now, some have argued that Wemby deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing. Wemby is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose. And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Stolen by Jones. Pass to Williams. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
You got to keep pace with Williams in transition. He's so good at just outworking everybody on the floor.
Here's Duncan. Offside Roy. Goes back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. LaMelo Ball picks one up. This is his first free throw of the game.
And you have to appreciate the work ethic that Roy has. A true gym rat, and this guy just wants to get better.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And it's Wemby with the jam.
When you have a big guy like Tim Duncan swinging the ball around like he is there, it really keeps the defense on its toes.
Back to Williamson. Shoots over Ball. Unhindered, going all the way. And the dunk by Duncan.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Here's Williamson. And the rejection by Wemby. And it's blocked. Oh, trying for it. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Stolen by Jones. Here's Ball. Puts up a 3. On the basket by Jones.
He likes to shoot from back there. He's steady Eddie for a reason.
Here's Wemby. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And here is Ball. Following LaMelo Ball's three. Wembanyama with the bucket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Ball. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Duncan. No good. That would have tied it.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a three-point game. And it's Baltimore on the break. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Zion plays with such force down low. He fights right through. And he'll be at the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Williamson. There's 10 seconds left in the first. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Wembanyama. Gasol with the defensive effort. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Baltimore on top, up by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Baltimore.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Wall, that's good.
Not lacking any confidence. When the ball hits Wall's hands, he is ready to let it fly. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving for three. Rebound by John Wall.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
First personal foul. First team.
Robertson with it. Pass to Wang. Pajemski with it. He's covered by Irving. Latre. Shot by Pajemski, no good. Brooklyn trails by 10. No good from Irving. We've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And you know, guys, with him being on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Number 3. Kevin Jr.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on John Wall. Brett, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
You can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Now here's Wall. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Nifty move. Gasol in the high post. And stolen by McAdoo. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Ooh, how about the powerful move there on that slam from McAdoo? Not many are better than him at getting the job done on the interior. He'll always find a way to finish at the rim when he gets a chance.
Brooklyn trails by 10. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And not a good idea to take a nap on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and that athleticism. So much power. Oh.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go. Baby, it is showtime. To Embiid. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19. Irving can't hit.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Wall's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Beyond the arc. A nice shot by Irving.
He's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one.
Here's Robertson, driving the lane.
And the wingspan coming into play for SGA, just getting on top of that one.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Baltimore making a switch here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Showtime. Eddie Jones has incredible hops.
Wemby down low. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Baltimore leading by 9. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Ball no good. Puts it up from 12. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. To the right side. And Wembanyama with that soft touch around the rim.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Here's Ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. For Baltimore, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Ball. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Baltimore heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Ball. And there's the call on Ginobili. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Brooklyn, they trail by 7. There's a screen by Williams. Jones from outside. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. And here's Brooklyn. Here's McDaniel. Back to Ginobili. Stolen by Ball. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn trails by 7. Pass to Duncan. Here's McDaniel. No good from outside. It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health. Because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a special talent. We just want to see more and more of it.
Irving looking over the floor. Denied. Outside, Jones. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's McDaniel. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Williamson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Baltimore leading by 13. Stolen by Ginobili. Here's Duncan. Hits it from three-point range. Duncan's got 5 points so far.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
Here's Ball, and that one is good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Irving's shot is good. Here is Wall. He's got 9. This one for 3. Cranes the three-pointer. He's got 12.
And on the offensive end, Wall has been locked in, pushing out the distractions and just delivering for his team.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Julius Irving.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
For Baltimore, they look good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And the second free throw, good.
A truly skillful 7-footer. Pau Gasol doesn't just rely on his size to beat others to buckets and boards. There's a finesse to his game most big men don't possess.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Gasol. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Gasol is an accomplished scorer on the inside. Tall, long, crafty, smart. Should I go on?
Pass to McDaniel. Here's McAdoo. Wall grabs the board. Baltimore on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. And stolen by McAdoo. Here's McDaniel. Rips down the breakaway slam.
I love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
From deep, Wall. Duncan grabs the rebound. And they're on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
For Brooklyn, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
At the line for your opponent.
That free throw good from Ginobili.
At the line 2 times.
And so Ginobili nails both of them. 5 seconds left in the third. From deep three-point territory. And so it's Baltimore up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll return shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Embiid wide open. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Embiid got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Pass to Robertson. A 3-ball. Wembenyama with the rebound. And here's Wembenyama. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. 9-point game. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. A shot by Wembenyama, no good. Baltimore on offense. Quarter with it. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. And when Wembenyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Pass to Williams. And the rejection by Wembenyama. Oh, good from Roy. Baltimore leading by 6. And here Starks. He's covered by Roy. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
First team.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Baltimore.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Brooklyn has possession. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And it's Wembenyama with the jam.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Starks.
A generational talent. For Wembenyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And both free throws good for Wembenyama.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Williamson looking it over. Here's Kersey. Majemski on the wing. Second shot opportunity. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's going to be out of bounds. Baltimore will retain possession. On the clock. Deep 2 from Williamson. From the top of the key, he buries it. And Baltimore leads by 3. Brooklyn with the ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Outside Roy. Uncovered. And right on target with the switch.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Here's Ball. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And Wembenyama with it. Now guarded by Ball. Pass to Embiid. Back to Wembenyama. Here's Jones with the drive.
And the wingspan of Wemby, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
Timeout.
And Baltimore calls time here. Both teams making some changes here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Baltimore's head coach talked to his team during the timeout. He told them he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Oh, Wembenyama. Too easy.
You remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Pass to Gasol. They got the 5-on-3 advantage. Now Wembenyama. The layup off target. Gasol with it. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Don't see it often, but when Kyle gets aggressive, he can be effective. So great at drawing contact right there on that shot.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. So both free throws good that time. That puts him ahead.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
You just have to understand that hours and hours of practice mean that clutch free throws become easy.
And Baltimore calls time here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ball feeling it out a bit. Driving in. Offline. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Here's Williamson. Off target at the rim. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win. And really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose.